Final Fantasy 3 almost broke me. Not because it's the hardest game I've ever played, not because it's the worst Final Fantasy, but because it constantly felt like it wanted to be great and just kept tripping over itself. Today we're talking about Final Fantasy 3, the most frustratingly interesting game in the early series. I'm playing every single Final Fantasy game for the first time ever. Final Fantasy 1, a simple classic. Final Fantasy 2, weird, but bold and experimental. Final Fantasy 3, this is the game that tried to give everyone what they wanted, and somehow made me both impressed and exhausted. The big idea of FF3. This game introduces the refined job system, and on paper, it's amazing. You can change classes at any time, build your dream party, tons of playstyles, tons of abilities. Look at this. Tons of customization. This is the foundation for so many future Final Fantasy systems. This game is important, but importance and enjoyment are not the same thing. What Final Fantasy 3 does right? The world and scope. The first thing you notice is the scale. Compared to Final Fantasy 1 and 2, it has a bigger world, more exploration, airships and multiple world layers, and it feels like a real adventure. This is the first Final Fantasy that feels like a big RPG journey. Travel feels better. The music is great. Combat animations are improved. That's always a plus. It finally feels like the series is evolving. The job system, the good part. This is the best idea in the game, hands down. Experimenting with jobs is fun. Monk punching for insane damage is exhilarating. Watching Ninja throw shurikens is just breathtaking. He does so much damage. Summoner magic is cool, and you're going to enjoy mixing your party builds. When the job system works, it's addicting. You level jobs, you unlock abilities, you experiment, you feel powerful. And then the game reminds you that who's in charge is not you. What Final Fantasy 3 does wrong? The forced job switching problem. This is where the honeymoon ends. The game constantly says, "Oh, you like your party? Too bad. Switch jobs now." To progress, you must use Mini, Toad, specific job gimmicks, puzzle dungeons designed around jobs. You aren't experimenting anymore. You're being told what to play, and the punishment is brutal. The job reset problem. Every time you switch jobs, you get weaker, you lose momentum, and you must grind again. So the gameplay loop becomes grind, progress, force job change, become weak, grind again, repeat. This is where the game starts feeling like work. The puzzle RPG problem. This game is secretly not a normal RPG. It's a puzzle RPG. Victory isn't about strategy, skill, party building. It's about, did you bring the correct jobs? Wrong jobs equal you lose. And that realization hit hard. The grinding and difficulty spikes. I like grinding. I really do. But this game kind of pushes it too far. Sudden difficulty spikes, brutal dungeons, long gauntlets, enemies that delete you instantly, and the final stretch, the pre-final dungeon fake out, absolutely exhausting. You feel the game trying to burn you out. The story. The story kind of exists. 4 heroes of light, crystals, save the world. It's basically Final Fantasy 1 again. It never grabbed me emotionally. It never surprised me. It's serviceable, not memorable. The emotional journey. This is important. Despite everything, I still loved the idea of this game. At one point, I literally said, I love Final Fantasy, even when I'm frustrated. Because the foundation is here. Jobs, bigger worlds, real RPG systems. This game walked so later FF games could run. The legacy. Without FF3, we don't get FF5 job mastery, FF tactics systems, many modern FF mechanics. This game is the blueprint. But blueprints aren't always fun to live in. Final verdict. Final Fantasy 3 is the most frustrating game in the trilogy so far. Final Fantasy 1, simple but solid. Final Fantasy 2, weird but bold. Final Fantasy 3, ambitious but exhausting. My score, 5.8 out of 10. I respect what it tried to do, but I didn't enjoy playing it nearly as much as I wanted to. But here's the good news. Final Fantasy 4 is where the series really changes. Strong story, real characters, better pacing, and after surviving Final Fantasy 3, I am ready. Next stop, Final Fantasy 4.